What is up, world? This is Sophia reporting to you. So the first lash tech is the most whatever story. Found her on Instagram, booked her through her website. It didn't require a deposit or anything whenever I booked the appointment, but she had texted me. So I guess 2 days go by and it's getting closer to my appointment. She texted me, says, hey, I'm just texting you to confirm. If you would like to confirm your appointment, cash at me $15 at this cash app. Now, I hate this because it's the easiest way to get scammed and easiest way to not get a service that you are prepaying for, I guess. So, of course, I send it to her. The day comes. She texts me and says that she cannot make it. She's gonna have to reschedule, and pretty much she never rescheduled with me. Now, out of all the lash techs that I've went to after this experience, her lashes were the most beautiful. I would say these are my most favorite lashes that I have on right now from any lash tech, just because I feel like it's just the best. But without the bottom lashes, I mean, they would look good with them too, but this girl in particular, I really liked her lashes. The way that she did them, it's just not like a lot of lashes thrown on. It's just like my lash tech, she knew how to put lashes on and not make it look like they're just adding a bunch of hair to your lash. So she never rescheduled with me, which was really sad. And this first story, even though it's short, it's really sad because I actually texted her and was like, hey, I really do like your lashes. If you can reschedule my appointment, I really want to get them done, you know? This girl, she had kept doing lashes. It wasn't like she just couldn't do my lashes or couldn't do anyone's lashes that day or had an emergency. She literally was at her office doing her brand ambassadors, her friends' lashes, and they were all posting it because I didn't even know that I had followed some brand ambassadors of hers or some of her friends. But once I noticed everyone with these good lashes that I remember that I put a deposit for, it just kind of yeah, so I just kind of chunked that to the game. And I'm just relaying my baby hairs, honestly. So the second story time is this lash tech that I just recently dealt with. And then there's one lash tech that I'm going to talk about that happened today before I met my lash tech who did my lashes today. So the second story time is about a lash tech recently. It's so funny because I did find a girl that was good at lashes and she did have enough openings. She wasn't overly booked. She was booked enough to where she still had openings for me if I wanted to get a refill the next week or a weekly refill the same week or get a new set or whatever I wanted. So the first girl I used to go to that put me on lash extensions, she was just too booked and busy for me. I want consistently flourishing lashes. That's what I want. And I want someone that's going to be available to do that for me. And if you're too booked, then that's fine, but I'll just find someone else. So I found someone, but she just kind of puts a lot of lashes on me. Doesn't really style them. So this is how I led to the second horror story of a lash tech. Booked through her website, of course, no deposit. Well, not of course. I noticed no deposit, obviously, because I didn't pay a deposit when I made my appointment. So I made my appointment. The address is there to the building, but it's no unit number. So the day of the appointment, I'm thinking maybe she's going to text me the unit number. Maybe I have to call her. Maybe I have to message her telling her I'm here. So I get to the day of the appointment. I'm in the parking lot messaging her through her personal Instagram, her business Instagram. So she texts me and she's like, hey, I double booked. And while I was in the car waiting for her to reply me, I'm panicking because I don't want her to think I just didn't show up to my appointment. So what I did was, I'm like, maybe I overlooked the unit number because I already walked in the building and saw that her business name is not on the directory. So I'm like, let me go on the website and try and go through the steps of booking and see if it says the unit number. So I do that. It doesn't say the unit number. But what I noticed this time was it's my first time going to her, and maybe it was my fault here, but still she shouldn't have lied to me. She should have just told me that my appointment was canceled. But basically, when you book her appointments, it's a long paragraph, and in that paragraph it says you need to cash app me $15 for your appointment as your deposit. But it's just like, who is going to read all this? And then why assume a first time client? Like, maybe if it's second time client and they already know, then yeah, just cancel their appointment. But you should definitely reach out to someone before just canceling their appointment, especially if they don't know like the terms of your business, I guess. So she tells me that she double booked. But I know now at this point, while I'm waiting, that this is why. And I'm just like hoping and praying. I was really hoping and praying. She was just like still thinking I was gonna come. I had all the payment in cash, which you pay a deposit, and then all these girls want cash, which is fine with me. I was down to pay the whole thing in cash. So she canceled. So 2 or 3 weeks go by. I give her another chance. I book through her, except this time, obviously I know that I have to send this cash app deposit, even if I'm scared, even if I overlook reading it, even if whatever, I have to send it to get my lashes done. So, and the good thing is she literally lives right across from my apartment. So this girl is closer. She does a cute style. I'm like, yes, lashes, go. Get to the appointment. She texts me and tells me that she needs to reschedule because she's leaving town. And of course, the day of, a second cancel. And at this point, she tells me to request my refund. I request it, of course, don't get it. And I know I texted her something. It wasn't rude at all. It was just kind of like, hey, I requested it. And of course, I was never sent it. So, yeah. Wow, I don't know if I can do get ready with me story times because we're in the third story time and I'm literally just putting a little bit of foundation on. So, since I didn't get my lashes done by this girl that lives right across the street from me 2 times in a row, so I have to find another lash tech or go to my other one. So I'm on Instagram looking for another lash tech. There's this one girl, and I think that, you know how like people have kind of those girls that kind of get things handed to them, and I'm not the one to say someone's get stuff handed to them, but it's just like their friends kiss their ass, their family kisses their ass, so naturally they think the world when they grow up is going to kiss their ass. Which I kind of thought this from the outside looking in, but now that I see that she has no customer service, I'm definitely gonna roll with that of what I was told. When she saw me in the building, well, first of all, let's start from the beginning. So she was late, but she did do my lashes. But I just don't understand why people are so pressed about clients being late for 10 minutes or 5 minutes and then wanting to charge us 5-10 minutes for being late, or what the point of a true deposit is if you're not on your end. If you're the person asking me for a deposit expecting me to be on time, why can't I have that same respect? And I'm not even getting anything. I'm the one that's buying something. So you're telling me if I was to leave because you were late, I would lose my deposit and not get my service. You get what I'm saying? So, it's just kind of tricky because you're playing with people and it's not real businesses that have any substance behind it. So, this girl, she was late, of course. I'm in my car. Some lash techs, a lot of lash techs are really rude. They don't even want you to enter the building, wait at the door. They want you to sit in the car until the time of your appointment. Then you have to literally rush in because then they're like, oh, you were late, but we didn't want you to walk in 5 minutes early. You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense, but I get it, but I don't. I get it if you're in there doing someone else's lashes. I don't get it if you're not on time yourself. She tells me she's running late. She really says like 5 minutes, but of course it was like 30 minutes. Get in there, and somehow I still make it inside before her. I make it to the unit before her. And when she sees me, she's like, oh, you're the client. I really didn't care for, oh, your place is, you know, like sometimes you want to make people feel like they're getting a service from like their friend, or like they love it here, like they're gonna keep coming here. But like literally like straight line client, which is fine, but it's just like, if you really want me to truly act like a client, then I can truly tell you how you shouldn't have been late and how you gave me a bad service after this. So I'm getting my lashes done. Let's skip to that part. She did have me sign a piece of paper that said, of course, if your eyeballs falls out, it's not my fault, etc. And I'm like, cool, you're smart for doing that. They were glued to the length of my lash. Like the whole fake lash was on to like 4 of my real lashes, the length of it, not even the root of the lash, the length of the lash. So when a lash wanted to come off, it was stuck on like the middle part of a lash or the middle part of a couple lashes. So it would just kind of hang there, and it doesn't even want to lay properly in place. Even if I like put my finger down or something, it just was like lashes horizontal sitting there. So I'm messaging her. She tells me, oh, come in today at 8. I'll go ahead and remove them for you. Of course I'm paying for removal, but I'm just like, these are not the type of lashes where I can pick them off. Even if you're not supposed to do that, sometimes I do that, and sometimes I can do that with any other lash tech because they use normal glue, but hers is super glue, obviously, and it's not glued properly. So she literally tells me at 7:30, hey, I thought I was gonna be able to do it today. Let's do it tomorrow, noon. Today is tomorrow, and she did not remove my lashes for me. She messaged me at 11:45 and was like, hey, thought I could do it today. I can't. Like, what is this? I think I thought. So today I messaged a lot of eyelash techs because I needed them gone ASAP. I needed these lashes off of me because I wanted them off of me. It wasn't like I was gonna sue her or anything. It's not like my eyes were falling out. It's not like my eyes were red. I knew that I needed these lashes out because I have a plan for my life, and truly I'm a customer. So if you're gonna set 2 appointments with me, you didn't have to set these 2 appointments, which really annoyed me because I could have been found someone. But luckily I found this amazing girl. She set an appointment with me at 8 o'clock today. I do want to tell you guys that when we went to remove my lashes that the other girl that didn't want to take them off did, it took an hour. It took an hour to take them off. Usually the lash removal process is 20 minutes. It took an hour. She did her lashes. It was completely pain-free. I got bottom lashes for the first time, and they look amazing. And that's really all I have to say, because now your girl is blessed. Alhamdulillah for an amazing lash tech. Now I'm really just gonna throw some blush on and some gloss and call it a night at this. Like, I may go out just like this. I'm gonna recurl this part of my hair though. I'm about to edit this video. I did not end up going anywhere, which is kind of why I did really just like, this is like my makeup slash touch-ups, like, that I just kind of do on a day-to-day basis. So I pretty much never wear too much makeup or a lot of foundation or do every step of the makeup. It's just not necessary. Get you some lashes, do a little enhancement, and I am just so in love. I'm gonna take so many pictures. It's crazy because I wasn't even like necessarily looking for bottom lashes, but now I'm upset. I'm so shook. Anyways, follow my lash tech on Instagram if you're watching this video.